Okay, so this is going to be a long story, but I want to tell it. And I've told it before, but I'm going to tell it again because I want to. Anyway, so y'all look. So I got this job one time. Now, this was the first time that I ever made this money working for someone. So I was kind of excited. The job was less than 7 minutes from my house, right? Go home for lunch, whatever, right? Been doing therapy for a while. That wasn't the issue. Got to the job. Now, we were the first set of colors to really come into a professional positions like that in this facility, or we were really, really new. We were like the color crew coming through. The color crew coming through, nigga. A professional, women. Most of us were women. I get there, right? I'm the only licensed person that they have working the shift that I worked. The other lady, she quit. So, or they fired her, whatever. Anyway, it's kind of hard for us to fit in. You know, we so loud. Don't even got to open up your mouth. You're just loud. Don't be loud like me. You just loud. Okay? Anyway. So, one day, I'm sitting in my boss's office. Now, she has a certification that I don't have, right? But as far as her years of experience and things like that, probably not so much. But anyway, I digress. I'm sitting in her office one day. Another professional woman comes in. Another Caucasian woman comes in. And she's bawling. Well, she's bawling because one of her patients that were in the program prior had passed away. Harmed himself, right? And, you know, unfortunately, he did not survive. She came in and she was crying all upset. And another one followed her in there, right? So my boss was so excited for her and coddling her so much, right? Now, she had group later on that day. She had group, right? My boss coddling her so much. My boss willing to get on the phone, get another therapist in there to take her place so she can go home because she's so distraught. And they just, and I'm watching this shit, bro. And me being a person who has been in a leadership position before, understand that in this job, we deal with that. That's something that happens. It's nothing like seeing your client or your patient one day and then going to work the next day and somebody tell you that they passed away. That just makes you, yeah, right? Because you're saying, what could I have done? Could I have said something? Because, you know, it bothers you. So I get that part. But I think it was, it did her a disservice as a professional. My boss should have told her, you know, I hate that happened. Explain to her that this is what happens, right? And to go back to group, she'll be able to bond with her new page clients that she had. Tell them how it makes us feel when they harm themselves. It would have created a beautiful experience for her as a therapist. But my boss, you know, called another therapist in so they could take her job for the night, let her go home and ball it out. I was like, damn, that ain't never happened to me. But okay. Well, a few days later, I got something to do. Now, I'm the only licensed professional that you have at night. Now, I done figured out I can stay to this late, but I got to be at this place at 9 o'clock because the place closed, or at least that's what I'm thinking in my mind. So I'm making all these arrangements of how I got to leave on this particular day at 8:30. That's the latest I could go. I get there at 9 o'clock, boom, right? Now, so we have a meeting every day. But this particular day, the boss didn't show up for the meeting, which, you know, a lot of times she didn't show up for the meeting. So I talked to another professional, told her that, you know, asked her if she would be willing to sit with my people for 30 minutes because the group ended at 9 o'clock, right? So I was like, if you could sit with them for 30 minutes, you know, I'd appreciate that. But I got something that I got to do, making these arrangements with this other person. The other lady was like, no problem or whatever, right? So I go later on, find my boss, go to her office, talk to her about me needing to leave at 8:30. I found another professional who's willing to take over my group, but I got to leave at 8:30. That's as late as I could stay. She asking me a 99 fucking questions. Where are you going? Why? Hold up. Slow down. Right? I then she gonna say, well, I'm gonna have to write you up. Do what you gotta do. At 8:30, I'm leaving, bro. Right? So, well, what about your people? What if they need somebody? What if there's an emergency? That other professional can handle that. You're not supposed to let the patients think that you're the only person that can help them. She can help them. They can help them. There's an emergency number. They can call that. They can do this. I'm like, I just sat here and watch you coddle this one. And then you giving me the third degree about 30 minutes, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro. At 8:30, I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm done with this conversation, right? So I go to my office. I'm kind of steaming a little bit because I'm tripping. I'm like, okay. So I go out of my office. I get up, I go out of my office with her and the lady that I asked to take over my group for 30 minutes. They right there talking about me like they don't see me. They talking about me like they don't see me. They having a conversation that they shouldn't be having. The other girl is a subordinate. She don't even have no license. She's going to take over my group for 30 minutes, but she's already doing groups. So what? Right? So I'm like, so I go to my boss after that. And I say that was inappropriate and it was unprofessional, right? And I appreciate that shit. If there's something that you need to say, you should have had a meeting with all of us. You're disrespectful. I go to her boss. Her boss say, I don't care, really. I'm going to go with what she say. Oh. And if you think if you're going to quit, you make sure you have your work done. That's what she told me. I said, oh, yeah. And I wanted to do the right thing and give a 2-week notice, bro. So I resigned that day. I said, I got to go before I choke her out and before I go to jail up here with these people that I'm like, okay, look here. I'm thinking with Carrie, suck it up, Buttercup. It's 7 minutes from your house, blah, blah, blah. It's the more money you ever made, blah, blah, blah. She ain't shit. You can put up with this, but I lost respect for her. So at that point, I could not work for her. So I knew I had to go, right? And I understood where my help comes from. I understood that. But at the time, I tried to go to work. I couldn't focus. I mean, I felt, I ain't gonna say what I felt. But I said, I gotta go. I can't even stay for the 2 weeks because I can't respect this person. I have no respect for her, bro. And I gotta go. But that type of shit. So you go, you get the degree, you get all of this, you get out there, and your color's loud, even though you haven't said anything. But you sit back and you watch shit, and you like, anyway. But then again, when you don't have your own things to plug your shit into, you got to be putting up with bullshit. Tell me I'm lying. Anyway, I'm going to bed now. But yeah, I was like, didn't you just coddle this? I only need 30 minutes. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm explaining like I'm a child in this bitch. Anyway, and I'm older than you. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm going to bed.